Hi, Dr. E here. Just a quick discussion of brochures and how to use Microsoft Publisher to make them very quickly. We go ahead and get into Publisher. And I'm not sure if you know this, but if you have a newer version of Windows, you can draw all the programs that's used frequently onto the taskbar. So rather than hunt for them, you can just click on it and they'll fire up automatically. I found that's helpful because I use Publisher a lot. So when you call up Publisher, you get new and all these different kinds of things you can make. So here's brochures. So I'm going to click on brochures. Now remember, brochures need to get the attention of people, let them know who you are and what services you provide and how to get more information. Remember, you very much have to put yourself in the mind of the reader. You're not writing for yourself, you're writing for someone that you want to read this brochure and say, hey, I need this organization services, I need to contact them, and write from that particular way as well. So I'm going to look at a couple of these examples, look at what's called arrows. And the problem with these is you can't see what the second page looks like until you look at the design. This one looks okay. You have information, some graphics about the organization, but you get into here and there's a lot of text. Remember, one of the things about publications is you need to guide the reader's eye, and that all this text, people aren't going to read that much. You need to break it up with bullet points, maybe some graphics, things like that. So I'm not very crazy about this particular design, so I'm going to get rid of that one. And you can hunt. There are a bunch of different ones that you will probably like. I'm just going to click on modular just because it's the next one that I click on as well. So here's a format I can live with. You've got basic information here, and here you've got the back where you can notice there's a lot of white space. A lot of organizations leave this blank so they can turn it into a mailer, so they can mail out a brochure without dropping it into an envelope. That will save 20-30 cents on postage if you can send out a bunch of them at a time. And then the middle, still not crazy about too texty, but I can work with this. So let's go ahead and let's say we want to start making a brochure for our nonprofit. So you click on start changing. So I just clicked on this and it's going to become my nonprofit. I'm going to expand this just so you can see what I'm doing very quickly. View. And right now it's on 62%. I'm going to do 100%. And it's probably going to make it a little bit bigger. Maybe 150%. So my nonprofit, helping people like me. Obviously, I'm not going to call it that. But that's what it winds up looking like. So then I want to add some pictures. So probably if we have a logo, a brochure, remember feeding the hungry, whatever your mission or whatever that 2 or 3 word clause you might about your organization you might want to put. You might want to put that right there. Helping you now. Obviously, you want something a lot more pithy than that. So I'm going to get rid of this photo, and I'm going to stick in one of my own. So I'm going to insert a photo from my desktop, insert picture, and I'll go to my desktop, and let's see what we have there. We have, oh, who's that beautiful lady? Looks a lot like my wife. And I click in a picture, and of course it's huge. So the first thing I have to do is resize it so it'll fit. Actually, I'm not going to use this picture. I'll show you why in a minute. Insert picture. Now notice this space here is designed to hold a vertical picture. So I'm going to get a picture that's shot vertically, so that's going to fit a little bit better there. So that handsome lad, oh gosh, that is my son dressed in his wolf suit from Max and Where the Wild Things Are. So I can do this one of 2 ways. I can just sit here and mess around with it till it fits the space. And what I'm doing, you see, is I'm grabbing this arrow, it's making it larger and bigger. Or another thing I could do is I could double click on it, or right click on it rather, And under Format Picture, I'll get Size. And by using the up and down arrows, I can make it smaller and larger. Some photos, you have to do it that way. Other photos will let you do this drop and drag sizing. And so then they got telephone number. So 361 222 222 or something like that. Okay. And then this panel here, again, if we want to add other pictures, we could do that. We could get on. We could get this information here. We could turn it around. Our back panel, good place to sum up your products. Here when you need us, or something like that. More information like there. Put another photo in here, and get rid of that photo, and insert picture, and I don't know. That's, gosh, somebody else I recognize. Anyway, it's not wanting to get smaller. So notice how I'm fighting to do this. This might be one of those times when it would be better to just yeah. So then I get in, and then I've got to really think, well, let's just say, okay, I really like this idea. Here it's set caption under the photo. Let's move over this way a little bit. Caption under the photo. Let's just say, so let's say we want to change the photo first, and insert picture, and we'll use this one. Again, another huge photo there that needs to be brought down massively to fit the space. Okay, and then and we're not obliged to do this. We could keep this particular formatting, but we could have a subheading like, and obviously what I'm doing is a little bit silly here, but I'm just trying to show you how the document works. So we want to just get rid of it completely. We like the trifold design, but if your child or plays flute, or warning signs of a flute player, and then maybe I want to bold it, or I would go home and bold it or italicize it, things like that. And then I could do whatever I want. I could make a bullet list. Owns flute. Joins band. Disappears on Friday night. Or, whatever the quote warning signs are as well. And notice at this point it's working just like Word. We could even, as with anything else, we could move this in a little bit farther, move this in a little bit, and if you or some, well, I'm not liking this, wanted to return to normal font, so if you, oh, well, that's even worse. Get rid of the underline and get rid of the bold. If you or someone you love plays flute, then yeah. I'm not going to spend a lot more time on this, but I just wanted you to get a sense that basically the idea is that you find a format that you like, and then you start you basically start messing around with it, adding, subtracting. It works pretty much exactly like Word. You're not stuck with what they do, but they give you suggestions and helpful materials as well. Please don't tell my middle son or any of my kids or my wife that I used their photos in this. But again, just a basic tutorial. Word is, I'm sorry, Publisher is almost exactly the same to use as Word. It just gives you some formats, helps you print things a particular way. Very easy tool to use. So good luck. Hope you have a good week. Contact me if you need me. Thanks.